Hello everyone, I'm Carolyn Clairvoyant and I want to welcome you to my channel. Hello everyone, and I'm welcoming you to your September Tarotscopes. But before I start, I wanted to go through a few things that have been changing. Of course, if you've been checking into my website, you may have noticed it's had a bit of a facelift, which is quite beautiful. However, if you've got your old links in there, you may need to update them so that you're able to get my current links, because that was also changed. I do have a few special announcements, so if you've been following my travels and trying to book in with me, you may be seeing that my events calendar has been quite full. I'm down in Ballarat or around the Melbourne area at the moment. I'm going to be here for approximately about another month. Then I head over to around about Geelong. So this is your chance to connect with me if you want to have a face-to-face reading. Of course, I'm going to be back in Bathurst, New South Wales around about the 7th of November for private face-to-face readings, and also in Mudgee around about the 30th of November and the 1st of December. And you can check out all of this via my carolynclairvoyant.com website, or if you're on Facebook, of course, look me up under Carolyn Clairvoyant. I've made a bit of a change this month. I've decided to give you a little bit of a glimpse into how I work with the tarot. You may be finding that it's quite different, and others may be finding it's quite a stimulus. It's really fantastic for those that are learning tarot as well. You can understand the interpretations through somebody else's feelings or assumptions or training as well. So don't forget, if you also would like to learn tarot, you should check out my website. I also do teach, and I've released my own book and deck, which you will see me using my deck throughout this reading as well. Well, I thank you everybody. I hope you've really enjoyed connecting with me, and I look forward to many months ahead, if not many more years ahead, for us to all join together. So right now, just enjoy your monthly Tarotscopes. Okay, Sagittarius, let's check out what's coming up for you in the time of September. Okay. So we're going to cover the 5 aspects of your life. We'll talk about your home and your family, your career goals and aspirations. So here we go. And we'll look at your finance, health and well-being, and of course your relationships. So the first thing that you do have around you in connection with the home and the family is the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords tells you that you're going to be finding this is a very big time for you, and you may be finding that this is all about travel or change or initiating changes. A little bit more of a sense of freedom going on there. This is good for you because you like that. However, you could be looking at some wonderful plans that you're hoping to put into place more so around about November and December. But September opens up these opportunities a little bit sooner. This is fantastic for those that are looking at expanding on their property, okay, or looking at a new place to live in. You may be finding yourself feeling more conscious about this, and therefore you're putting all those plans into action. Others may just decide that it's time for a fantastic holiday. And because Saggy is ruled by Jupiter, then you may be finding you're looking a little bit further afield. Maybe there's some new areas that you haven't discovered overseas. Maybe there's something a little bit outside your normal neighborhood that you're really looking forward to. Your career goals and aspirations are going to take a little bit more sorting out to happen. Now, you may find that this is a time in which you can reassess your energy, your budget, your structure. You may be looking at 2 lines of work that you have been considering for some time. Maybe this is about bringing everything back together. This is going to be very good for you, especially if you have been in a holding pattern for a certain period of time. Therefore, this month really opens that up for you. That means that there are new developments coming through, new people, new resources. Perhaps you have everything ready to go and it's just a matter of putting it into place. This is great for those that are looking for work, because it's almost like as if you've got to that next stage or that next area of your career path where you're ready to step into this and really embrace it, and everything you need will be available. Your finances, you've come up with the Ten of Cups. Now, the Ten of Cups is all about commitments, being happy with your choices. And you may be finding a lot of your decisions that you have been making have been very much influenced by the past 10 weeks and will be very significant in the next 10 weeks. So September shows you that you're going to be very happy with those successes, that these choices are going to help you to feel a lot more comfortable about your financial areas. And you may even find yourself coming down to a point where you are saying to yourself that this is really worth it, especially if you've been going through a bit of a turbulent time on the financial fronts. Now, your health and your well-being bring up an area of clearing out. So this is fantastic for those that are looking for elimination diets, looking at changing your lifestyle, perhaps going and getting your eyes tested, you know, all these wonderful things. However, it does rule the second house, and I put everything down to what it comes up with numerically. So we've got the Two of Swords here in reverse. So this would indicate that it is going to have a lot to do with the house of Taurus. And you may be finding that there are a few issues going with the lower jaw, possibly in and around the neck, the thyroid, in those areas. And you may need to take a little bit of a clearing out there, which means that this could be about looking at ways in which you can speak up a little bit more. Perhaps this is also more of an area in which you are just watching what you're putting into your body. Therefore, it's going to give you a little bit of a reaction and maybe a little bit of a clearing out taking place there. Your relationships, look, this is beautiful. You've got the Hierophant sitting here. The Hierophant often resembles the beautiful spiritual pathway that you are on, but it's also a marriage and commitment card. So often when we see this come up in a relationship area, we tend to find that there is balance in all areas of our life. We're starting to see the bigger picture on what it is that we want or desire in our life. This is perfect for those that are, you know, about to make that leap of faith into married life or engagement or other commitments which are important for you. Therefore, you're going to find that this month really comes together quite beautifully in bringing this unification. Now, you may need advice if this is the case, therefore people will be there. It's quite understanding. It's a strong religious card, so it does take you back to having faith in what Spirit has out there in store for you. Of course, those that are single, maybe your faith is being restored. Maybe there's something quite beautiful about to happen in your life, and perhaps meeting that right person or having an adventure through meeting different people, that you may start to see what has been the purpose up to your singledom to this point. And therefore, this is a really beautiful card because it tells you here that you're going to go through some beautiful immense changes on all different levels. How you see people, how you perceive situations, and maybe this is a very strong time of healing within yourself. So you can see that this is a month of initiating some really great changes. You'll find everything coming together, the commitments you're going to be very clear about. You're going to be finding that this is really about this authentic time of trusting yourself. So Spirit has dropped out a few cards here, and we're just going to check out what these are all about. Now, this is a partnership card, the Two of Cups. So it tells you that Spirit's message for you is to be aware that you've got the right people or the right agreements sitting in your life. Now, you may be finding yourself catching up, the Six of Cups, with past people or situations. Maybe there's been a few propositions in the pipeline with your goals and your financial commitments, and perhaps this could have a lot to do with what's coming up for you. You may be finding it's a very busy time for you in connection with interviews or talks or getting people onto the same page as yourself, but it should be a very positive collaboration. And the Six of Cups tells you that you'll be very, very happy with the end result. It's almost like as if you can finally put those final pieces together. And if you've been kind of circumnavigating your life for the past, we'll say 2 or 3 years, this is very positive for you because it actually tells you that you've come full circle, but you're better off for it. Of course, the Nine of Pentacles tells us success is bountiful. That means that you will be finding a lot of your collaborations or talks or communications coming up, areas that you've already been reassessing, Therefore, the success is just about due. So this is going to be a very positive time. And of course, if it's connected to the career, so it just supports the work. If it's connected to the home, it tells you've got some very lucky breaks coming up. If it's finances, of course, we can see here that money, hardware earned money, is definitely coming back, and you're starting to see that result come through. And of course, if it's relationships, well, don't be surprised if there's a few flitting moments when you're going through thinking about people that have been very instrumental in your life up to about this point, and the journey that you have shared with that particular person or situation. Well, I thank you so much for joining me for your September Tarotscopes, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the month.